Hello, it's the Jack again, bringing you another Supreme Commander 2 game. So, fast forward through economy. Sounds like a plan. It's on geothermal borehole and it's a 2v2. We've got myself and Dark Assassin, and we're up against Dirty Lobster and where is he? Matty. So, you can see Dirty Lobster rushed several attack missile launchers to try and grease someone, but with Dark having his comm up front, he can easily push them away, and he just keeps his commander there, just to deter any sniping from the attack missiles. A few bot loyalists cover, and he eats that land force from Lobster. Decimated. He is at half health though. I'm pushing my forward comm too, purely to repair him. You can see his particle effect here. That is the energy upgrade before the nanobot weapon. The nanobot weapon is a decimating force against the land army, and that is what Dark Assassin is going for. He can use it to destroy Lobster. You can see Lobster moving his comm, and I'm moving my gunships and just to hurt him as much as possible. We've got Matty here trying to help him with planes, but I have more planes. And Lobster is getting eaten. With my comm there repairing Dark, and Dark's repairing me. Our comms are quickly repaired after all. Matty's still spamming planes. He doesn't have many at all though. I have a lot more wasps. He goes for a bombing run on Dark again. Does nothing at all. And he gets eaten by my planes. Eaten, and eaten. Otherwise Lobster's going for attack, and here's a nanobot weapon. Look at that damage. Massive AoE damage over time. Completely destroys the land force before it even got close. And with that, Lobster gives up. It is a really difficult thing to counter after all, because if you were to then get the speed upgrade on the commander, he can outrun most land forces. It's not a good attack, and here we have 2v1. Matty decides to quit out as well, so there is a very short game for you. So I'll definitely be tacking on another game after that. After this one even. So, short game, short. It was a quick victory. Dark came out with a good counter against Lobster's land force. I had wasps ready to counter Matty's air force. It worked brilliantly. So, with that, let's get on to the next game. Here we are on the next game. You can see it's the same people, but this time it's a 4-player free-for-all. We've got myself in the top, who's green for a change. We've got Matty and Dark and Lobster, but you already knew that. And you can see Matty scouting about. I go for the quick mobile missile launcher spam here. You can see how effective it is. Matty doesn't know what to do in the slightest. 1 mass point down. 2 mass point down. He tries to bomb with his planes, but he's trying to kill it. He's almost killed it. But I deny him the kill and I do repair it. It's I don't know how to say it, but it's just not a worthwhile thing to do in the slightest. There's just no point trying to save mobile missile launchers. They're nothing more than sacrifices. So after killing his front mass, I go for Lobster's front mass, and he's running out with his comm. I do get the mass point, however. More planes on a bombing run. He was trying to go for the tank, but I save it once again. But I think he gets one enemy with his comm. Yep, there's one dead. You can probably notice here that I have a comm upgrade going on here. Vicious. I did quite a bit of damage to him there. His plane's going for bombing ram again. I don't really have much AA though, so the planes are meaningless. building more land factories and such. Lobster's just scouting about in the middle, keeping an eye on attack missile launchers. Dark's moving out. Looks like he's going for me. He does not want me building in the middle at all. Not in the slightest. And there's a plane falling in the background. Yeah, it looks like Lobster killed my back base with planes, and I didn't even notice. He goes for Matty's comm, but he didn't kill it, but Matty control K's anyway. Matty probably did not feel all too happy about me rushing him with mobile missile launchers, but oh well. If you can't defend against it, it's too bad. Here he is, he's crippling Dark's back base now. Mass point after mass point after mass point. But Dark has a lot more anti-air after all. So I decide I must point out I'm putting all my research into my comm. I'm going straight for overcharge. You'll see that soon enough, I can assure you. I spread out my AA as the bombs come dropping. And I lose a few tanks, a few AA. But to sacrifice my tanks and to save my tanks and AA, I charge them with my mobile missile launchers. I do get a mass point and a radar. And a factory. I almost got a mass point, but just was not. It was not to be. While I was doing that to Lobster, Dark manages to slip a engineer past without anyone seeing. He's going for Matty's mass. All while he's charging in. I'll have a handful of tanks in my comm to defend myself. If he goes for me, it's trouble. And he already knows this, and he's turned and going for me. Must kill him. Must kill him. My tanks do nothing. Oh god, this is pain and suffering. Lobster's saving me here. Just hilarious. Not necessary, just wants the research for killing the tanks. And he kills more and more. This buys me a bit of time to rebuild, however. As you can see, I've already rebuilt all of my mass points up here. I've even queued up extra factories that I should have done quite a while ago. I've been a tad bit slow this game. It's not easy researching into the commander, not in the slightest. Whether it's worth it or not, probably not, but still, I'm happy with it. It's fun. Here we can see Lobster's done a switch to land. He's bringing out the Brackman. On this map, they are devastating. And he's just marching out with them. Dark has mostly AA. I stand corrected. He's got a lot more tanks than I thought. But I do kill quite a few. My point defense probably helped. Oh, that's a mighty volley. Could that be another mighty volley? Yep. Oh, that was a painful strike. And more. My god, this is not going well for Dark. Brackman are quite the pain. Building more tanks, building more tanks. Try to go for Dark's comm. But I just can't push out. And here comes the Brackman. Adopt circular motion, messes up their shots. But a full circular motion, I'll never get near him. Dark moves this common to inflict some damage. Oh, you know what I grade up? There it is. Yep, nanobot weapon. Straight to the nanobot weapon. That makes it difficult for everyone. So my response to this is more point defense. With nanobot weapon, my only hope is to outrange him, and point defense does that just fine. Everything in this game's happening in the middle. You can see Dark in the background switching to air here. He's got a ton of it queued up here and over here. And my god, did Lobster eat through my land force. My point defense did cripple his commander, but it was just not enough damage. I was quickly getting destroyed there. So I move in an engineer to repair my comm, as I'm sure Lobster's done the same. Our research has been in their comms after all, so keeping them alive is everything. You can see here, Dark's got these on force fire. And every time Lobster's trying to move about, he's going to walk into those missiles every so often, like there. Did you see that? He lost a Brackman. Well, that was worthwhile. You'll eventually get more and more. If he aimed it somewhere more central, it would have been better. Lobster's putting those planes to use again. He killed a mass point. He's probably going to kill another one. And then some. I have no defense in my back base whatsoever. But you can see I'm making a switch to air myself. Whether it's in time or not, we'll find it soon enough. My god. Oh, there was 3 bots in a line dying there. And Lobster, infuriated by this, goes on a charge. Goes, kills the land army, kills even more. Oh my god, that has to hurt. Poor Dark and his land force getting whittled down. Here comes Lobster's forces going for a comm snipe, but here's overcharge. That's overcharge. That's vicious. Overcharge. 1000 damage a shot. 1 shot every second. Massively increases your damage and fire rate. It's fun, but highly unreliable for the most part. Training 3 on the comm would have been nice. That increases the AoE a bit further. As you can see, I'm only hitting 1 unit at a time with a normal weapon. Now, this is the biggest mistake of the game for me, at least. I got overcharge, I decimated Lobster's land force, yet I didn't move out in the slightest. I didn't attack either Lobster or Dark, which I had clear opportunities to do so. And with every passing moment, that opportunity dwindles to nothing. By the time I do decide to attack, and the person I attack is Lobster, he's got all these adapters. And you're going to see how painful those are in a moment. If you remember from that video we done about shields, Siren shields in particular, yeah, I have no chance of punching through these shields with all the power in the world. Here I go, move my planes out to Dark's planes, hoping they were just nothing but bombers, but they were interceptors and I tried to drag them to the AA, but he did not bite. How painful. I think I lost more planes than I killed. Once again I'm moving out. This is where I do overcharge on the adapters, only to do nothing at all. Look at that, look at that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Look at that. Half the shields are still up. What am I supposed to do against that? I can't even get through the shield with my only weapon in the game. My god, I hate adapters so much. What's going on? What massive air fight up here? I am getting massacred. So I control key everything. I'm not giving him research, which he probably already has plenty of. So that's me just down to my commander and a few defensive towers of uselessness. In a rage I go for Dark. 1 tank. Then there goes the rest of them. Here come some bombers to help him. But my bigger concern is the AA. The AA? Yes, that's a big threat to my comm. My biggest concern is these things. Gunships. I got there in the end. I remembered them eventually. My god, I'm terrible when it comes to names. So, that's me down to just my comm and a engineer that he's missed. And, lesser of two evils, I'm fleeing into the Brackman shields. As costly as it is for my comm to lose half health. And I did force fire out of friendship here. Force fire, hold fire out of friendship. It is a free-for-all, I can assure you. Dark's finally noticed my engineer and is going to kill it, which is unfortunate. But it's at this point I kind of team up with Lobster to try and destroy Dark. It's not as if I can do anything against all those bloody adapters. Yeah, and here's experimentals. It looks like Darks went AC-1000 at least. Go Lobster, go! Mind that com bomb. Mind the com bomb. Too late. So, all those adapters gone, Lobster? I totally don't take the opportunity to overcharge your commander. But here comes Dark's gunships. We hold fire. We want those gunships to die. Sadly, they targeted me. Both our comms die, and so do the gunships. We fought together, we died together. And there's me out of the game. Just Dark and Lobster left, and as Dark has AC-1000s, that's pretty much an instant win. So Lobster control cases. I don't blame him. He has nothing to counter AC-1000s. They outrange adapters. There's nothing Lobster could have done. So there you go. 2 games again today. One very short one, one decently length one for 3 minutes. You can always check out my channel for more, and you can always subscribe because, yeah, it's a lot easier to get those videos on your YouTube homepage when you're signed in. So, woo, yeah, ha.